歡迎大家參加滿心集體冥想。呢一次冥想將由滿心冥想嚮導達濟主持，請帶住對新嘅體驗開放嘅態度對待呢一次冥想。滿心冥想借助於一種十分微妙嘅轉化能量，一個能量就叫做慧能或者傳授。請揾一個可以安靜咁坐落嚟放鬆並且冥想嘅地方，關閉手機以及其他可能造成干擾嘅設備。請揾一個舒適嘅坐姿坐好，可以盤腿，亦都可以坐喺凳上，可以將雙手放喺大髀上，輕輕咁握住，輕輕咁眯埋對眼，背部可以挺直，但係唔需要僵硬。喺冥想嘅過程入邊，如果有啲唔舒適，可以隨時調整坐姿。首先，請放鬆，想像有嚟自大地嘅療癒能量從腳趾流入到體內，令到呢一個能量逐漸向上，幫助身體每一個部位放鬆，一直到自己嘅頭頂。然之後，請慢慢咁將注意力轉向到自己嘅心，並將注意力保持喺心嘅位置。當聽到達濟講請開始冥想嘅時候，請心諗住神聖光嘅光源已經喺自己心入邊啦，而且仲喺度從內在吸引住自己，柔和咁樣放鬆於呢一種感覺之中。呢一個係一種溫和嘅提示，冇絲毫嘅勉強或者強行專注嘅意思。如果發現自己嘅意識開始流向其他念頭嘅時候，唔需要掙扎，亦都唔需要跟隨而去，就將呢啲念頭當成係天空上飄過嘅白雲，輕輕提醒自己，我正喺度以心入邊神聖光嘅光源冥想緊。對於正喺度流入自己嘅傳遞，保持開放同埋接受，允許自己沉浸喺自己嘅內在。冥想結束嘅時候，達濟就會講到此為止。呢個時候，請試住繼續眯埋對眼，保持沉浸，觀察自己嘅感覺係點樣嘅。請盡管花一啲時間，令到自己沉浸喺呢一種感覺之中，令到佢成為自己嘅一部分。當準備好嘅時候，可以輕輕咁擘大對眼，可以將自己嘅體驗寫喺日記簿入邊。呢個有幫助於自己培養覺知同埋觀察能力。僅此提醒大家，當聽到達濟講請開始冥想嘅時候，請心諗住神聖光嘅光源已經存在喺自己嘅心入邊，並且正喺度從內在吸引住你。你一定會珍惜呢一趟走向自己內在嘅旅程。
Namaste, everyone. We have amongst us few who would be meditating for the first time. For their benefit, I would like to simply say that meditate with an idea that your heart is already filled with divine light, divine presence. This idea is sufficient. Be receptive towards the grace, towards the transmission we receive during meditation. And let the experience flow on its own. Thoughts would come. Don't fight with them, please. Just ignore them and remind yourself that I am meditating. So let us begin meditation. Please start. That's all. Respected elders, teachers, parents, winners, and all the participants of Heartfulness Essay Event 2020, dear sisters and brothers, and beloved Daaji, good morning to you all from this wonderful and magnificent ashram at Kanha, and good day and afternoon and evening to all of you who are watching from other parts of the world. And sorry for the freezing weather to our brothers and sisters in Texas. Hope it will get better soon. As we ended our 75th anniversary celebration yesterday with a wonderful address by Prime Minister Modi ji and our beloved Daaji, we start a new era today for heartfulness. And as they say, youth is the hope of the future. So what better way to start this new era by honoring our youth today? Under the guidance of our beloved Daaji, Heartfulness Education Trust, Shri Ram Chandra Mission, and Heartfulness Institute have been collaborating for the last 28 years to conduct this annual essay event, which has seen participation from thousands of educational institutes over the years, and millions of students have benefited by it. This year, despite being the situation that we were in, we didn't want to stop. Even though the schools were not in session and our volunteers were not able to contact them, under Daaji's guidance, we all did this entire operation of conducting this essay event online. And we were happy to see the participation from over 5,000 schools and colleges and over 30,000 students. Now, today here we have invited some iconic personalities, not just to look at them in a way, but see how our future generation can look at them as their role models for the future. I'll be inviting them over soon to give these awards to the winners. We had two categories of participation. Category 1 for students of classes 9 to 11
and then category 2 for university students. And participants had option of writing in 11 languages. Essays written in Hindi and English were considered for national level awards, while essays in 9 regional Indian languages were given state level awards. I also want to take this opportunity to thank our outreach partners, Education World and Parent World, and our supporting organization, Brighter Minds and Oriental Black Swan, for helping us to run this event. So to begin with the proceedings, I would like to invite our guest of honor, Ms. Upasana Kamineni Konidela, to the stage. She is a well-being curator and next-generation entrepreneur from Apollo Hospitals family who believes in creating socialistic, sustainable businesses that create a meaningful impact and also give back to society as a whole. She is Vice Chairperson CSR of the Apollo Foundation, which believes in identifying, diagnosing, treating, and educating people in need of medical care. She is also founder and managing director of Your Life, a forerunner in preventive healthcare, and also managing director of Family Health Plan Insurance TPA Limited, India's most sought after TPA. Ms. Upasana, please come to the stage. I'll request her to give her words of encouragement to the future generation and tell us about some of her initiatives. Ms. Upasana.
Good morning. It's my proud privilege to be here today. In this world full of positivity, love, emotions, so much passion, I'm really happy to find such a peaceful place. I was shaking when I was meditating. I don't know why, but I was shaking because I haven't experienced so much peace in the past few years. I'm really feeling great, and I'm really thankful that you people have invited me here. The pandemic has taught us so much, and I am proud to represent one of India's largest private medical healthcare players and be associated with so many frontline workers who've given their life during the pandemic. These people are resonating at a different level. Imagine putting your family, your personal health at stake just to help someone who you don't know. And do you think that the money they earn or even the appreciation they get is enough? I don't think so, because these people work selflessly. And today, when Rajneesh uncle, Pachi auntie's husband, walks into the hospital, it gives us so much pleasure and so much pride that he's there. And he's moved away from a transactional relationship with life. He gives selflessly every day when he comes in, and he serves so many people and sets an example. Thank you to all the healthcare workers and frontline workers across the world who've given their life towards serving people who they don't even have a relationship with. And I think that's something I really respect. It's taught me to spread love and light, and I'm very proud to be in that atmosphere. Today, I view the hospital as a temple, and I'm really thankful that I can go and visit my temple every day. I've also learned, and I very proudly say, that I'm here not because of my birth, but because of my worth. But what is the use of my worth if I don't make the best use of my birth? So I was born here for a reason, and I was born to this family for a reason. And my grandmother, Pushpa Umapati, has told me that you must give back to society, and that's the reason you are here. All of us are here to help one another. Human beings are made to help and give back. And she has taught me that we give back more for ourselves than for the other person. So when you give back, please do give back with humility, dignity, and empathy. Thank you for having me here today. Thank you.
Now we come to the felicitation of national level winners of category 1, which is for students of classes 9 to 12. The topic for this category was thought pollution, root cause of all ills. Translated into Hindi as विचारों का प्रदूषण सभी बीमारियों का मूल कारण. To give out this award, I would like to call on stage Mr. Pulela Gopichand. I think most of us already know Mr. Gopichand. He has been our brother for some time. He's also known in the sporting circle as Guru Dronacharya. He's an iconic badminton player who has won 5 national championships between 1996 and 2000. He went on to win 2 gold medals at the SARC Badminton Championship. His list of wins will take more than a couple of hours to go through, so I will spare everyone of that. But I think he has recently won, I think he had won Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna Award in 2001, and he has been coaching all the aspiring badminton players all over the country for a while now. So please welcome Mr. Pulela Gopichand. These are award winners you have to announce.
Just announcement. Just announced. Yes. Thank you, Daaji. It's really an honor coming here, and it's always a pleasure to come here. I just wait for the time when Daaji would call me. Thank you, Daaji, for having me here, and to this wonderful place and all of you. I think Upasana had said it so wonderfully. I think to be in this place of peace at these times is so very important. For me, this place is what transformation means. The land, the water, the trees, and the people. I think each one of them show what potential we have. And I'm so happy that this place is in Hyderabad. Thank you very much for having me. I congratulate all the winners of this wonderful event. The winner of the first prize, category 1, is Pragnya, student of GD Goenka Public School, Dwarka, New Delhi. The winner
वैचारिक प्रदूषण सभी बुराइयों का मूल कारण। मैंने अपने निबंध में लिखा था, प्रकृति में घुली अशुद्धियां प्रदूषण फैलाती हैं और विचारों में घुली अशुद्धियां मानवता को शर्मसार करती हैं। प्रदूषित विचारों का स्वामी स्वयं के साथ साथ अपनों को भी दुख और पीड़ा पहुंचाता है। अपनी सकारात्मक ऊर्जा को इतना सुदृढ़ बनाइए कि किसी प्रकार की नकारात्मक ऊर्जा आप पर हावी ना हो सके। मुझे इस पुरस्कार को प्राप्त करते हुए बहुत प्रसन्नता हो रही है। धन्यवाद।
The winner of the second prize in this category is Ashray Khala from Sri Satya Sai Vidya Vihar, Indore. Winner of the third prize is Kashish Chalana of Bloomingdale's International School, Sri Ganganagar. I congratulate all the winners and all the participants and everybody who has put together this wonderful event. Thank you very much.
I'm told that our next guest, Mr. Abhinav Bindra, who is joining us online from Chandigarh, he has joined us now. So I would like to introduce him. Now you see that I think in the pandemic era, we are doing this all in a very different way. Some people are joining online, some are had sent us recorded video, and some are present here among us. So Mr. Bindra is India's first individual gold medalist at the Olympics. The gold medal in the men's 10-meter air rifle at Beijing 2008 was a crowning glory in Abhinav Bindra's stellar sporting career, which includes a world championship, gold, and multiple medals at the Commonwealth Games and the Asian Games. He was bestowed with Padma Bhushan in the recognition of his efforts, and he also runs a non-profit organization called Abhinav Bindra Foundation, an initiative whose aim is to make athletes stronger and more aware using sports, science, and technology. He is with us. I would like to request him to say words of encouragement and motivation to our young and able, young and bright students and participants, and also announce the award winners of the category that he has with him. Mr. Bindra.
Well, good morning, everybody. It is a great pleasure to be a part of the festivities associated with some of the most thoughtful and insightful writers of this generation at the Heartfulness essay event. I would like to thank Daaji and the entire Heartfulness team for inviting me. And although I could not be there in person, I'm happy to speak to each of you today. I am a firm believer in the power of holistic development. As an athlete of over 22 years, I learned rather early that in order to truly be excellent, the mind, body, and soul must work as one. A close friend of mine and at one time a rival, Niccolo Campriani, mentioned that if meditation was a sport, it would be shooting, reflecting on the moment, understanding not just your own body, but everything that surrounds you, and being ready to act when the time is right. I couldn't agree with him more. In sport, as in life, this synergy is what prepares you for anything that you come against. In the light of today's event, it's lovely to see so many of you look to introspect and put your thoughts on paper. As every participant dug deep within themselves to put together some great essays, all I would like to say to each of you is to continue your journeys wherever they may lead you with perseverance and integrity. Be true to yourself and give it all that you have. Winning, losing, it all becomes secondary after that. You gain self-respect, and at the end of that, something no one can ever take from you. I hope this resonates with you and look forward to see many of these bright minds make our country and our world a better place. Thank you. I will just go ahead and announce the winners. So the winner of the first prize is Swatantrata Parma, student of Sacred Heart Higher Secondary School, Sitapur in Uttar Pradesh. Congratulations.
Regards to all of you. Myself, Swatantra Parmar, student of Sacred Heart Higher Secondary School, and I am joining you from Sitapur, Uttar Pradesh. My topic for Heartfulness essay event was thought pollution, the root cause of all ills. One thing which I guess is worth mentioning here is that, which I also wrote in my essay, it is that nature also has a role to play in this thought pollution. Nature is an never-ending source of positivity, but we are taking it for granted and losing this ethereal tonic. Therefore, attachment or reunion with nature can do wonders against this very pollution. Just as a defective machine works with certain limitations, in a similar way, a mind which is polluted, a mind with contaminated thought process will disable us to own a society free from all ills.
Congratulations. The winner of the second prize is Devangana Prasad from Welham Girls School, Dehradun. Congratulations.
Thanks, Abhinav.
And the third winner, the winner of the third prize is Tayyab Ismail from Sharda Vidyaniketan, Mangalore. Congratulations.
Thank you, Abhinav. Any
Thank you.
parting words? Thanks for
No,
being here.
again, yes, thank you. A great pleasure to be here today. And I look forward to perhaps visiting in person sometimes very soon.
Let's move on to category 2, which is of participants from colleges and universities. The topic for this category was poverty is not just lack of money, translated in Hindi as keval dhan ka abhav hi nirdhanta nahi. To invite the winners, brothers and sisters, I invite a very special guest among us. Her name is Miss Mansi Joshi. She's a para badminton player who has been world champion. She has won a gold medal in BFW Para Badminton World Championship in 2019. This came after a series of medals at national and international tournaments. When she speaks, I will request her to tell us the very inspiring story of how she countered a sad turn of events in her life to create a unique destiny for herself and bring laurels to our country. Brothers and sisters, Miss Mansi Joshi is here. These are the names later on.
Should I stand on this? Or I just. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for having me, Daaji, for inviting me and giving me this opportunity. I'm really honored that I'm here just one day after Heartfulness celebrated its anniversary. Thank you once again for inviting me. Uh, so for this story, um, I have really understood the importance of inculcating habit of self-discipline and understand the power of self or the strength that we all have. Because last 9 years back, in the month of December, I met with an accident one day when I was on my way to work. And that accident changed my life. When I came back home after 45 days, I came home minus mobility. It took me many months to recover and relearn and unlearn the skill of, first of all, walking, and then get back to all the activities that I used to do before. But I think we all know that we all are powerful, but sometimes we need that direction, that especially in the time of an adversity. And I think students or younger generation, when they know it very early in the childhood, it becomes very important that they learn how to adapt. And I think even when I was recovering, I had access to knowledge that yes, it happens, it's okay, but then we all have to adapt, we all have to accept, and accept in our subconscious that situations, whatever they are, they they come and they tell us how powerful we all are. I'm really honored that the sport that I had picked up early in the childhood made me relearn, unlearn, and adapt. And I'm really happy that I picked up that sport. Currently, I'm training with Gopi sir, who is over here. And the academy, it's providing me the best of facilities and inculcating the habit again of bettering myself, relearning things that are very important, and I'm really honored that I'm continuing playing the sport, which is still teaching me how powerful we all are. Today, when uh, we are having this essay competition, I think it teaches all the younger generation to understand all these things. And I think the topic of poverty or nirdhanta hi hamari, uh, I just don't recollect the exact topic over here. But thank you for sir for inviting me, for having this competition, and training and teaching all the younger generation that we all are powerful beyond measure, and it's very important that we understand this. So let me announce the winner. The first prize among essays written in Hindi in this category was bagged by Chetna from Agrawal College, Ballabgarh in Haryana.
नमस्कार। श्रेणी 2 हिंदी की विजेता नई दिल्ली से मैं चेतना हूँ। मेरा विषय था गरीबी केवल धन का अभाव ही नहीं है। मैंने अपने निबंध में लिखा था, निर्धन वो होता है जिसके पास धन के अतिरिक्त समय, रिश्ते, सुख, प्रेम, खुशी, भावनाएं, त्याग, एकता, समर्पण, विश्वास, सम्मान, संतोष, विचार आदि भावों की कमी होती है। हमें विचारों को शुद्ध करना होगा, अपने अंदर संतोष जैसे भावों का समावेश करना होगा, संवेदनाएं जागृत करनी होंगी, शांति प्रिय बनना होगा। धन्यवाद। जय हिंद।
The second prize was awarded to Shweta Mishra of Manohar Lal Degree College for Teacher Education, village Sarosi in UP. And the third prize was won by Harshada Shravan Kumar Rajpurohit of Vidya Prabodhini College of Commerce, Bardes, Goa. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mansi.
Thank you, Dad.
Thanks, Miss Mansi. The last set of awards to be announced, not the least in any way, are the winners of Category 2 in English. And I would like to call upon Miss Upasana again to the stage to announce the names of the winners. These are the names here.
The winner for the first prize is Marukuku Supriya of Kasturba Gandhi Degree and PG College for Women, Maradpalli, Telangana.
Kuku, joining you from Hyderabad, Telangana. My topic was poverty is just not the lack of money. I wrote that poverty is not made by God. It is created by you and me when we don't share what we have. Let us expand our horizons by sharing our knowledge, happiness, and experiences. As long as greed is stronger than compassion, there will always be suffering. It all starts from us. I mean, you and me. After contemplating on this topic, I feel I will start helping my fellow human beings wholeheartedly to come out of poverty physically, emotionally, financially, and spiritually to the greatest extent possible. I believe that we can unitedly bring a change in the perspective of one's definition of life in an optimistic way. Thank you. Jai Hind.
The winner of the second prize is Babuji Dandigunta. He participated in the event as a direct entry. His institution did not officially participate, but we are happy to inform you that he is a student of BITS Pilani. He hails from Nellore in Andhra Pradesh. The winner of the third prize is Leanne Eva Sequeira of Don Bosco College in Panjim. Yeah, sure. On behalf of the organizers, I once again congratulate all the winners, their proud parents, and their institutions, and all those who have won a whole lot of other prizes at the national and state levels who we could not mention here. Many have been awarded certificates of merit too, and all who participated were given certificates of participation. The organizers hold in great esteem each one who participated. Thank you. I will. We have always believed and conveyed to our participants that the real award is the participation of itself, and many of you have testified to the great learning experience you have had, whether you won a prize or not. Unfortunately, we cannot cover all of you here, but let us assure you and hope that you are all watching. You all are winners for us. With this, I invite Daaji, Global Guide of Heartfulness, to kindly address us.
Heartfelt thanks to Gopichan, dear Upasana, Mansi, Mr. Bendre, Brother Sanjay, conducting this program of distribution of certificates to winners. Hearty congratulations to all the winners and all the participants of these events and all the organizers. I was very moved, tremendously moved when Upasana mentioned about her grandmother's teachings to her. This wisdom bridge that is created between generations, from grandparents to granddaughters, grandchildren, grandsons, is very unique. Many such bridges are not getting developed these days because of the situations, societal changes. It only reflects how nurturing the younger ones in the hands of grandparents is so crucial for the further development of the society at large. Imagine a youngster in Amazon jungles, moves away from parents, grandparents, settles down for the pressure because of financial reasons mainly, settles down in the cities, moving away from grandparents who had the tremendous knowledge of the surrounding in Amazon, various medicinal plants, foods, etc., all traditions. When they move away at very young age, you have to surmount the transfer of knowledge. One such generation gone, it's the largest encyclopedia of knowledge that would disappear. What happens when such bridges are broken? No knowledge transfer happens. Not only no knowledge transfer, but the state of being that resonates between a grandchild and grandparents, the resonance, how the grandparents speaks, how the grandparents have a regular lifestyle, the stories they share with us, how they enrich a little child's mind and curiosity. Parents really don't have time to do all these things, and even if they did, they would enforce discipline and in the process compromise love. What touched me the most was her statement to return to society something greater than what you receive, which is very dear to my heart as well. You have heard me so many times that do we Give mango juice to a mango tree to get mangoes out of this mango tree. Nature is so benevolent. We don't feed milk to cows and buffaloes to receive milk. We don't give coconut water to a tall coconut tree to get coconut water and coconuts. Same thing applies to apples. We give the minimal grass and water to buffaloes and cows. Cows sacrifice their lives, giving milk, and ultimately, some people consume also. Before they die, they sacrifice cows and buffaloes, goats and sheep. During their lifetime, they give so much, and even before their death, they pay something greater. What about us, the human beings? What is our return to society? Have we learned anything when we say we have to live in tune with nature? Is this tuning where we are profiteering from every source? Even with parents, what do we do with our parents? Some people start calculating, oh, maybe I cannot look after my father, I cannot look after my mother, maybe I should leave her in a nursing home. Would you tolerate that? Would you expect that from your child? You have to ask this fundamental question. The topic, children wrote beautiful essays covering various aspects. Is poverty due to financial lack? Or another topic given to another set of universities and colleges, schools, was about pollution, thought pollution leading to all kinds of ills in the society. Air pollution, if you deeply look at it, water pollution, underground water pollution because of industries letting sometimes effluents, the waste, the toxic substances underground through bore wells, poisoning water. Some cities in India, the water that comes from bore well is like Coca-Cola, polluted water. If that industrialist had some sense, if his mind was concerned, if mind was compassionate, then such pollution would not occur. So that's why we say when the mind is derailed because of profiteering habit, always searching for profit, always to gain something more than they can contribute. In fact, they are contributing the worst thing, not even minimal. They have a minus bank account as far as the return is concerned. So it's pathetic. And what can rescue? To sensitize the heart. Heart can tell us so many things, especially what not to do. And sometimes when that small voice that tries to convey a message from the heart, we often say, shut up, next time, I'll listen to you next time. And each time we have stopped listening to heart, we end up having crisis in life. So not only clarity is needed, which is very easy. Even a small child of 2 years of age knows when she or he breaks a glass, topples the glass from the table, it falls on the ground and starts crying, Mommy, Mommy, I did this. I'm sorry. Even a little child is aware of consequences of wrong things. We are also aware. Nobody has to teach us. Nobody has to even meditate to know what is wrong. Heart is endowed with this capacity to know what is wrong as well. What we need is some courage to follow and listen to the heart's voice. When we recollect our past events in life, it only shows one thing, that whenever we have not listened to our heart, the results have always been sad news. And whenever we have listened to our heart, the results are always great, for which you never have to regret ever. Heartfulness way not only sensitizes the heart by removing all sorts of samskaras that becomes impediments. It's like, you're trying to see something, but because of pollution in between, especially during the winter days, when you're driving, especially in Delhi area, or when you're climbing mountains, because of that fog, smog, you're not able to see something beyond 20 feet or 20 meters because of pollution. Internal pollution also takes away the clarity from our consciousness. Once we have clarity, next step is very simple, to implement it with courage. Will I be able to implement it right away? No. Some people say, okay, क्या होएगा? बाद में देख लेंगे, and they end up doing the wrong thing. Many such episodes will teach us over a period of time that no point not following the heart. So many disappointments will make us stronger eventually, see. Yesterday, after I gave a talk on desires and passion, there were a few emails asking for clarification. The root of all these things is the same energy. If I have to get angry on someone, and if I can pause before I shower that anger on someone or lash out with anger, if I take a little pause, think over before I scream, what will happen to that anger? Perhaps it will dissolve. You will know the real reason. Often we get upset when someone points our mistakes, we get irritated. It's as if someone has put you in a corner and you lash out. How dare you say such a thing, see? But when we wait, reflect, and when we see our own mistake, then you'll say to yourself, oh, thank God you did not get angry or upset. You'll feel compassion at that time, see. Similarly, what happens when you take advantage of others? You've heard many stories, you read newspapers, rape, for example, passion, desperation, taking advantage of others, the weak beings. Compassion is something else. Compassion is you are ready to sacrifice yourself for the sake of others. Passion is taking advantage of somebody else. When we talk of passion and compassion, it's the same energy with a different direction. When the heart melts with right understanding, little bit of sympathy, little bit of empathy, it will turn into compassion, and some sort of voice will guide you to do something beyond compassion, help. Knowing that somebody needs your help, for example, somebody is hungry. If your heart is concerned, it will immediately become sympathetic. You will feel the pain of others being empathetic. And next step would be compassion. But is it enough? It will not be enough. Next step should be, I should do something so that the other person can have a proper meal. So Gandhian philosophy also, if you consider deeply over this concept of non-violence, is not all that great when you compare to this aspect of compassion and really helping someone. Let me clarify so that you understand it better and don't criticize this aspect that I am criticizing Gandhi. No. It's immature approach. Non-violence, you're not hurting someone. It's not a big deal. We have to go beyond this and help others. That's the minimum we can do is non-violence. It's okay. But I have to go much more than that. Say, seeing someone's pain, I may not have caused pain in someone. But when I see the pain in someone, does my heart move with compassion? Move enough in compassion so that next thing then that can happen is that my hand goes in my pocket, my heart opens up and gives something worthwhile to solve the problem. Another question that came up was desires. Is passion for God? Is it not desire? While saints, they keep on saying that you should not have desire. No, it is not like that. Sanskrit is very specific about so many things. When we say in English, I'm passionate about God. In Sanskrit, in our culture, we'll say, I have so much of bhakti for God. See. The meaning changes altogether. But when we use passion, these days, these children, they use this word sexy all the time. Oh, this food is so sexy. What is so sexy about the food? It's all nonsense. You don't know how to use words. And when we reflect on Gita, most misunderstood sloka from Gita is all about karma and when Lord Krishna says, karmanyava adhikaraste ma phalesu kadachanam. You have a right upon your action but not on your fruits. It's the most misunderstood statement of Lord Krishna. If I had to go to Bombay, I'll have to make efforts. I'll have to have the fruit of my action, my destination. I have to go. I'll have to make arrangements to purchase a ticket, make all kinds of programs so that I can be in Bombay for whatever reasons. Those days, during Lord Krishna's time, perhaps karma had a different meaning. The whole dialogue is about spirituality. We are mixing, when we mix spirituality and materiality, confusion begins. There is a specific word that any work that is done in the physical realm, in bhautik jivan, it is shram. I work in a hospital, I work in a drugstore, I work in an industry, I work out just for the fun of it, or I work in the kitchen, I work as a volunteer. These are all works related to physical world. It's called shram. Lord Krishna's times, karma meant only one thing. Anything that we do for Brahma Vidya, for God realization, for liberation, for higher emancipation, all those things falls under the category of karma. When I pray, when I meditate, when I transmit with love, that is all karma. The results of all these things, when I meditate, if I sit with the fruit of my meditations culminating into samadhi, if I start expecting that, I don't think you will attain samadhi. Try it. Even when you put a thought that my meditation will be lasting for 10 minutes, and you sit like that. You have fixed time, rather the time limit has been fixed by your mind. You'll spoil your meditation. Moment you say, my meditation should be so peaceful, my meditation must lead me into samadhi, you will only regret, because you are only meditating on the consequences. It's okay to have such goals in the physical realm. For example, Gopijand is there here. Goals, so much of exercise, so much of practice for the end result. It is okay in the physical realm. But when it comes to spirituality, whatsoever we do, we have to leave the results in the hands of God, the Lord. He will decide based on my sincerity, based on my what I would say humility, based on my love. In fact, your love will be tested and tried so many times before you are actually awarded something. The rules in the spiritual realm, they're very strict. No one can train you there. Gurus are there to guide you, but he cannot say, this is how you should mold your heart. He can only say, make your heart very humble. But making that heart humble, reciprocating, resonating with love is your business. So, energy, as we say, be it the energy of anger, be it the energy of passion, be it the energy of compassion, or love. We talk about love for a friend, love for your grandchildren, love for your mother, love for your father, for God. It's the same energy. But it's the attitude, our intention. When my heart is flooded with love for my grandchild, it has different feeling, it has different appeal. When my heart moves with tremendous love for my mother, it has a different feeling, but it is after all love. We call all this thing prema. Sanskrit again is a very rich language. Matru prema say. It's different. When you talk of romantic love, it has a very specific word also. But it's the same energy. When it passes through the heart's intentions, it changes the flavor, it changes the color, it changes the resonance. And it's very particular about a person. When we talk of a person and a love, it is focused. Imagine romantic love focused on multiple individuals, multiple channels. You're ruining your life. These are all moving in one direction. But when you love God, the equation changes. Mother's love, it's singular. Love towards grandchild, it's singular. Love towards your spouse is singular. But when it comes to love towards God, and when you're immersed in godly love, you become the ocean of love. You are no more restricted. Your love flows even to a dog. Your love flows even to those animals which are not your pets, to birds, to trees, anything that you touch. You don't have any intention. You don't have a focus. You don't have any attitude. In all other love, you have attitude, you have a focus. Focus on whom? But when the divine love arises in our heart, it is effortless. There is no focus whom to love and whom not to love. You become the ocean of love yourself. You're no longer loving someone specifically. You become love. So that is the beauty of meditation. All children, I congratulate you and I wish very ardently that from very earlier age, please meditate. It will guide you in every aspect of your life. When you go to school, just before starting the class, just close your eyes even for 2 minutes and relax and become receptive to what has been taught. If you're a businessman, same thing. Before beginning any work, even cooking, for example, simple things like cooking. If you close your eyes and connect with God for 2 minutes, it will change the course of cooking. Even if it's romance, close your eyes for 2 minutes and see where that romance leads you to. Meditation opens up ways you cannot imagine. So, my dear friends, try heartfulness. It's very simple. You don't have to fall at any guru's feet. You don't have to be afraid of being raped. You don't have to worry about how much, for what process you will be charged, what. You can meditate in the privacy of your own homes. You can use the app called Hearts app. Download it on your phone. There will always be a trainer available to you whenever you would like to meditate. Sometimes you wake up in the morning at 2 with a keen desire, extreme desire to meditate. I must meditate at 2 in the morning. You can connect with the available preceptor, and that preceptor would meditate with you, transmit to you, and make your experience nobler. So, try this. I cannot say it again and again, again and again and bore you, but I must assure you, it can never bring any regrets. Meditation enriches life like nothing else. Nothing else can. When it comes to return, what we can return during our lifetime to all that has been given to us in multifold, with immense intensity that we can return. I will not answer it, but I leave it up to you how you all can return all that we get from our parents to start with, our families, friends, and society at large, including teachers. Thank you once again, and thank you everyone. This concludes our 148th birth anniversary celebrations of Pujya Lalaji Maharaj, coinciding with completion of Platinum's Jubilee celebration at Kanha Santivanam. Next function that awaits us is dear Babuji's birthday celebration. As usual, it will begin on 29th of April and will be concluded on 1st of May. I hope the situation will change by then. Nevertheless, we'll continue with this mode. We'll have to satisfy ourselves with simple participation from Kanha village. Thank you once again.